Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're doing well during these unprecedented times. For those who don't know, my name is Carl and I am a Chinese expat in Australia. I came to Australia in 2010 when Mr. Kevin Rudd was still the Prime Minister. I guess you can probably say that I have witnessed the roller coaster ride of the Australia-China bilateral relationship. Given how quickly it has been politicized and how angry and frustrated a lot of people have become, COVID-19 is a pretty big contributing factor to this deteriorating tie between the two countries. There have even been quite a few incidents where Asian community members in Australia or around the world were targeted. That was pretty unfortunate. We have even heard some influential world figures label COVID-19 as Chinese virus, Kung flu, just to name a few, straight in public. I wonder how my compatriots are doing in Australia these days, given how little I could hear from them in the mainstream media. That's why I have decided to take on this project to interview 5 Chinese expats in Australia about how they cope during these times. I have asked 5 questions. Each question is going to have its own video and I'll release them over the next couple weeks. Please note, 5 is a pretty small sample size for us to scientifically generalize the collective thought of any particular community in the world. Please also be aware that these 5 individuals are from different age brackets. They're in different stages in their lives and even from different professions. There may be tensions between the governments at the moment, but it is important to note that we are still living in the same community. I hope this series can give all our community members more insight on what the Chinese expats in Australian communities are thinking, and hopefully kickstart some more meaningful and constructive discussions amongst ourselves. Without further ado, please enjoy the following videos.
So my name is Alex. I have been in Australia 6 years and a month now, and I'm from south and east part of China. I work in retail, in the department stores, and I also work as a mental health counselor. And my best memories in Australia definitely a lot related to all my friends. I feel like those memories are the most memorable and the happiest.
My name is Angela, and I've been studying here for 4 years so far, and I'm doing fashion merchandising management in my major, and I'm currently in my last year and last semester. I'm gonna graduate in a few months by end of this year. I'm actually from Shanghai. Traveling in Australia by myself is my favorite memory, I think, because I remember every Easter holiday, I went travel by myself to different part of Australia. And I also did a lot of volunteering in helping the old people in Australia. Some of the people, they are living Geelong and Ballarat, that kind of small city.
The English name is Michael. My profession is a magician. And I've been here for 14 years and didn't do much, just like to teach. There are many good memories. Maybe it's about getting married or with kids. That's a simple answer.
Natalia, I've been in Australia since 11 years old. I'm now in uni, first year of uni. I'm actually from Guangzhou, so it's really near to Hong Kong. I enjoy the time of chilling with friends in school. People connection, human connection.
So my name is Chen Li. You can call me Mary. So I have been in Australia for around, I would say, 6 years. So I'm from southern China and I'm an environmental engineering graduate. Yeah, so for my favorite memory, it would be my trip to Sydney because I organized it by myself and I sort of went off only me. So it's like totally personal trip. So I can go to wherever I like during that time.
me and my family, my parents, we decided to go to Japan for a family trip in early January. So me and my parents, we went to Japan fine. But when we are in Japan, the news is everywhere. And we knew that Wuhan was in lockdown. And then we came back from Japan, and then everywhere we went straight into lockdown. Yeah, then I coming back from China to Australia. I was in quarantine for 2 weeks at home by myself with my housemate. For me, around my friendship group, none of them have been tested positive. We have been through pandemic for several times. But we have go through Black Death. Millions of people died. Spanish flu. And also I feel it's something that when pandemic happens, it really gives us a time to reflect on a lot of things.
So for my personal experience, I'm back in Melbourne in March. I stayed 14 days in Cambodia as a third country isolation by myself. So after that 2 weeks, and then I'm back in here in March in Melbourne. I think this year is very hard for everyone, and I'm currently doing online studying at home. Everything went online. I feel like the pandemic really helped me build a relationship with my family. We really slowed down our lifestyle and think about what was the relationship before this pandemic with your family and your friends. So what happened to me is I take the moment for myself and reflect what I did in the past few years in Australia, in New York, in China. And I started thinking why I didn't spend a lot of time with my family before. And they're the people who always standing behind you and support you.
I couldn't have any part-time job. So I have classmates that got infected, but it doesn't really affect me. All my friends are pretty, wear mask, clean their hands, stay home, good kid. Human history, you always have pandemic around, like Black Death. So many, you can't just blame on one thing. Look at the Black Death, people blame women for it.
There isn't much impact. If there is, it's good impact. That's about individually for me and for the family, because we don't have to travel to the city to work anymore. I had to go to work in the city previously in the last 5 or 7 years, but because of COVID-19, no, that's not the case. We can get everything done at home, and models can be changed. So that's the lesson, a good lesson learned. And this applies to many industries. This pandemic is teaching everyone how to get a better balance between work and life, how to spend more time with kids, because you have to teach kids at home. And it's calling us for our nature, either to be a more responsible employee, because you have to be disciplined, or you have to be a more adaptable leader. You will have to deal with things that don't usually happen. I read something by the founder of Mind Valley. That guy is very genius. He's talking about something called positive intelligence quotient. And he also says that, which is recognized by most of us, positive emotions do allow the existence of sad or negative emotions. Because negative emotions you can't avoid it. It has to be there. It's there for a reason. Either you have to face it, or you choose to avoid it, but one day or the other, you still have to deal with it, which may become positive as you need to be more motivated, as you need to deal with adverse environments. That has always been part of human nature in the last thousands of years.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy listening to the stories and the ideas from our participants. What is your thought on the recent development of the Australia and China bilateral relationship? And how can we navigate better as community members and expats, either in Australia or in China? Leave your comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.